Today, Iron Slice removed our game from the Battle Royale store. Rogue and Roger. Removed and destroyed. Rogue's main small PP ability has received a pretty thick nerf. It is reduced by 20% armor reduction and 3 seconds instead of 5, and the additional damage, what was 50%, has also been removed on this ability. This is a pretty necessary change. Now rogues have to commit or commit to running away. Before, rogues could withdraw and re-engage with weak points still on their target. 2 seconds may not seem like a lot, but it is a pretty significant amount of time. This is a pretty big nerf, and I do think that it was necessary to balance this character because the rogue's burst damage was so much, even against fighters what are fully armored and spending so much more on their kit. Instead of 50% additional physical damage is now 30%, but don't mistake this as killing the ability entirely. The ability's still good, it's just not as good as it was before. It needed to be done. Don't pretend. This ability was pretty busted and people were getting one-tapped 24/7 and it felt like you were getting cheated on by an ex-wife, alright? I don't know how you get cheated on by an ex-wife, but you just do. Hyde's timer has been significantly nerfed. On the left you can see new and on the right you can see old. This is a pretty necessary change because rogues were just hiding all game. Instead of 60 seconds, it's like 20 seconds. Or it's like 50 to 20. But nonetheless, it's a pretty big change, and as you can see, it's going to be noticed by every rogue who plays the game. Hyde was used as like an engagement, now it's going to be used as like... You're going to be hyper aggressive still, I think, but you just can't sit there for ages waiting for somebody to run into you. Now you have to make a play or you have to run away. I think this was a pretty good balance, and I think it was necessary. Rogue was the primary target of this patch, but don't mistake that this is going to be the only character getting nerfed. Rogue has received a lot of love in the past, and I'm sure it will receive a lot of love in the future, but it needed to be done. The player base was all playing Rogue, or they weren't playing the game at all, because you couldn't, because Rogue was just in every corner. They reduced the damage of all daggers, they increased knowledge, they did a lot of different things, and I think it was all necessary, and I think it was all good, and I think that it's just a work in progress. Don't get down if you're a rogue player, because maybe the rogue will receive a buff, or all the other classes will get nerfed as well onto that level. It all depends. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe.